Hello, my name is Akhil,
And I'm Maya, and we are
Harry Tinkers, and welcome to our channel.
So today's episode is about Binsar.
And why Binsar is actually famous. So, Binsar is basically famous for its panoramic view of mountains and the wildlife sanctuary. And this place is very scenic because it's basically surrounded by oak trees, and you have a lot of wildlife or animals which is available because of the huge forest which they contain. And I think the one of the best beauty that you get is you also get a very good view of Himalayas as well.
Yes, that's the plus point.
Plus,
And we were traveling from Kausani to Binsar, so it takes about 2 hours from
it's around
Kausani.
54 kilometers or
And the view is very beautiful. The whole journey is very scenic.
Yeah.
So if you want to travel from Kausani to Binsar, that would be a very good choice.
and the best time that you can travel is from May to June, and from October to December. That is generally suggested as a good time to visit to enjoy the beauty of
The nature.
There's too much traffic in this city, and we lost almost 1 hour in a place where there was landslide and there was too much of traffic.
So Binsar is basically a little bit more bigger town than Kausani, and so you do have a lot of market and a lot of street vendors that you can find. It's probably, I would say, there's a huge parking area for the entire city that has been maintained
Yeah.
by the government. And where you can keep cars, and it's like a multi-level parking that you get over there.
And we thought of exploring the marketplace that day. So there's a special sweet in Uttarakhand which is called Singori. And the sweet actually tastes like milk cake, and it's made up of khoa, and it's wrapped up in a leaf and then served.
So we stayed at Ghost Stops. It's very similar to Zostel or any other hostel setup that you find. And if you want to know about the places that we stayed, you would get in the description below.
So in Binsar, we actually didn't want to explore much, and it was basically a place to relax. And so we went to this place called Kasar Kitchen.
And I would say this is one of the best decisions that we took to go and have food from there, because we
the
basically
view is so beautiful. You just feel like you are having your breakfast or dinner in front of the mountains. So
Yeah.
it's a
especially
very
you
good
can
experience.
actually see Himalayas from there,
Yeah.
and the food that's served over there is really good.
Especially the thali. It's amazing. It's a must try place, and you can just go there, sit, relax. Nobody tells you to like go away from the place. For hours and hours, you can just sit there and enjoy the view of the mountains.
Yeah, and I would have to point this out. I think generally, if you've noticed, where foreigners generally sit for a very long time, those places are generally very cozy, extremely good food places that you get. This is something that we have noticed from the travels that we have made.
done, yeah.
And this was one such place where we saw a lot of foreigners sitting over there for hours and hours. They were doing like painting work. There were some people who were doing painting. There were some people who were reading books.
Yeah.
There were some people who were like listening to music, and really amazing music as well. I mean, the good taste of music that they had. And the food that they served, the kind of services that we got, everything was like
We also like sat there for many hours
Many hours,
actually.
yeah.
We didn't feel like coming out of the cafe. So we had to go to this wildlife sanctuary,
Binsar Wildlife Sanctuary.
and there you can do a trek called the 0 Point Trek.
So the sanctuary, there is an entry fees. It's around 150 rupees per person, and I think for foreigners it's around 600 rupees if I'm not wrong. And for vehicles also there is a charge which is available. If it is a heavy vehicle, then it is around 800 rupees. If it is around medium, it is around 500 rupees, and if it is a small vehicle, it is around 250 rupees. That's the entry fees that you would have to pay, and there is no charge for the drivers. It's only for the passengers who are there. It's generally been taken, but the driver has to be the localite. Else, based on the vehicle, they generally charge it for them as well. And so as Maya pointed out, there is a trek which is there, but I think we felt like it was not
It's
a
just
trek.
a walk.
It is a normal walk. And I think the sanctuary is basically famous for snow leopards. I know you have, I think, black and brown bear which is there, and then you have red foxes, and you have something called a blue sheep, or which is called barbel, right? And so that's what it's famous for. And one of the beautiful thing is that you will be able to find it's pretty long distance, but you
Yeah.
will be able to find one side of Himalaya that you will be able to find.
But because if you're coming from Chopta, you would have visited Kausani also, and all throughout your way, your journey, you will be seeing Himalayas. This is not as exciting
Yeah.
as mentioned. The 0 point trek will actually show again the panoramic view of Himalayas. But if you are coming from the other side, for example, if you are coming from Nainital, this is a very nice place to have a panoramic view of Himalayas.
We are inside Binsar sanctuary. The roads are extremely narrow.
We're starting the trek by 2:05. ठीक है. So we did a 30 meters walk. We did a 30 minutes walk, and we have reached the viewpoint right now. Let's go and see what's.
So Binsar is also famous for a lot of cafes, and you can explore a lot of them if you are staying for a long time. We were only there for one day, so we could only explore
One or two
cafe,
places
yeah.
that we actually went, but I would say one of the best places that you can choose is the Kasar Devi cafe that that we visited. That's a must that you would visit. But yeah, others you can choose based on where exactly that you're gonna stay.
And Binsar also has a lot of temples, and Kasar Devi temple is one of the most famous temples. It is also situated on a hill, which also gives you a panoramic view. We couldn't go there because of the time constraints we had, but it is actually a very beautiful temple. So thank you for watching the episode, and if you like our channel, please share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel.
Bye bye.